Good afternoon, everybody. How are y'all this afternoon?
Good.
Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to be covering today is we're going to talk about proofreading and editing. This is part of our frameworks, and we're continuing on with 4.2, our frameworks. So let me ask this question. What is proofreading? Yes, sir?
Making sure everything in your writing or something is correct.
Okay.
Is proofreading like what it's like? Is it like if you're looking up something, like if you don't know what it, if it's true, do you look it up and...
Well, hold on just a second. Let's come back to you. Just one question. That was a good question. Let's see.
Going back and you're rereading through an essay or something.
Reading back through. Okay.
Having proof you read it.
Having proof you read it. All right. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but
Proofreading is when you go back over it and you read and you make sure that you do make any mistakes, double spacing or putting the wrong punctuation.
okay, very good. So, what proofreading is, it's comparing a copy on a screen or a paper to the original. So we're checking for mistakes. Good writers check their drafts for errors in grammar, usage, and mechanics. Proofreading is the process of examining the final draft of a document or text to ensure that there are absolutely no errors. So will you use this more than just in typing class? In key code? Okay. So tell me a couple examples of other classes that you think this would be very useful. Will?
Maybe like the English class if you're typing maybe a reading response.
Okay.
Geography.
Geography? History? Okay.
Like a research paper.
Research papers?
Essays.
Essays?
Math.
And your math. Double checking. Going back and proofreading it.
East.
East. Okay. All right. So, proofreaders will review for any spelling errors, punctuation errors, typos, or incorrect use of the English language. Do you know what we call the different, what do we use today when typing a document to check for errors? Microsoft Word, what do you use? Kendall? What's it called? Microsoft Word. Somebody tell me. There's autocorrect, but it's called spell check, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think spell check catches everything?
Nope.
No. No. It will not catch everything. All right? Especially for words such as these. Okay, how many times do we misuse your or you are, your, to? Everybody know? You'll see how we, a lot of times. So in a document, if we are typing that document and we use one of these words incorrectly, it's not going to catch that, right? Because these words are spelled correctly, but they're not used in the correct tense. So we have to watch for that whenever we are using proofreading our documents. What about our names and addresses? A lot of times it will underline it, right? And tell you that an address is spelt wrong or something like that. When in turn, it's not. I can tell you a story. I used to work at Sharp County DHS office, and there's quite a few Cherokee Indian names for a lot of the roads and stuff. Every time we would type a document there, it would underline a lot of those words. Were they misspelled?
No.
No. But did I always go back to check? I always proofread to make sure I did spell it correctly? Yes, sir?
Every time when I put my name in, sometimes it would say that it's like, it would underline it and it would say that it's incorrect.
Yep. Because your spelling of your name's a little different, right? Yes, ma'am?
Isn't it because it's not technically a dictionary word?
It's not technically a dictionary word. Another one would be omitted words. What if you leave a word out? How many people will have typed an email or a document and just left a word out? Several of you, right? How about when you text? Have you ever went back and looked at the text and been like, What was I even trying to say?
I never
Hey,
typed.
don't tell my mother, but she's the world's worst about that. You won't even know what she's talking about a lot of times. You're like,
I
what?
never text anybody.
You not ever text anybody? Yes, sir?
Sometimes, like, when
Speak
I'm
a little bit louder, Bo.
sometimes while I'm typing something, I'll get distracted by something else and go back, and I might type a word twice.
Type it twice. Yep. Now, a lot of times, if you type a word twice, it will show that. If it's there together, it will actually show that. All right? What about punctuation and capitalization errors? That happens too, right? We have to make sure spell check is not going to catch every one of those either. And then spacing errors as well. So, when we proofread a document, we are hoping that we find mistakes. Isn't that the whole goal of proofreading? Is anyone perfect in this room?
No.
Nope. So we're all going to make mistakes, right, on our different documents? Okay? So we're hoping to find that. So let's look at a few things. Here are a few steps when proofreading a document that we need to look at. Okay? So we do want to use spelling and grammar check. We do want to do that, but we don't want to stop there, correct? Right? Just a second. Because it doesn't catch all of our errors. The next thing we want to do is we want to proofread a soft copy. Do you guys know what I mean by a soft copy? Kendall? A draft, okay? Will? That's what you're going to say? Okay. A soft copy a lot of times can be found on a screen or monitor. Okay? A soft copy is what can be found on your screen or monitor. You need to make sure that you proofread slowly for meaning. Now, what is a hard copy? What's a hard copy? Paper, right? So we got to make sure there's two different kinds. We look at our soft copy and then we also look at our hard copy. And this is what we said, it's a printed copy. And we should proofread this one setting down. Setting down, and we should be marking this up. Okay? I always prefer to print my document just to double check for errors. We want to make sure that we're checking for errors all the time. And for me, it's easier to look on the hard copy than the soft copy. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Hard copy? A lot of times during this process, this soft copy, your spelling and grammar check is going to catch a lot of those for you. Spell check is going to catch quite a bit. However, on the hard copy, proofreading the hard copy, that's where we really need to look at. Okay, that's where we print it and we actually start marking. What about switch with a partner? How good is it for another set of eyes to be looking at your document?
It's great.
It's great. How many people wait till the last minute? Answer. How many people wait till the last minute to do an assignment? Several of you, right? What does that do? Does that give you time to get another set of eyes on it?
No.
No, not at all, not at all. Yes, sir?
But also, I accidentally put a sentence so and then something really random because I forgot a word.
You're out of order? Okay. So your switching with your partner can catch mistakes that you may have missed. It's always really good to let someone else look at it. You may be adding words or omitting words when you're reading. They can help you find those errors. Also, how about when it comes back to you? How important is this right here?
Very.
Very important, correct? It's very important to be a good proofreader. To proofread other people. And then edit. So this is what the majority of this lesson is going to be about. We're going to talk about how we properly edit a document. We find the mistakes and we fix those mistakes and then we reprint. So, what we're going to talk about today, we've got a few activities that we're going to do today, is we're going to talk about proofreading marks. What are proofreading marks? Stop being so quiet.
or like something you put in place to remember what was wrong or what was right?
What was wrong or what was right? Yes. It helps you, it's different symbols and notations that tell you to go back and correct something. Okay? If you are working on a hard copy and you're marking it up, if you know what the different proofreading marks are, it'll be easier for you to catch those mistakes and catch them quicker.
So like if a teacher were to ever, like if you were to write an essay and a teacher were to ever put lines, arrows to switch, that would be perfect, that would be considered.
Yeah. A lot of times they will circle something, and we're going to go through each one of those. So let's make sure that we pay attention because that's going to be part of one of our games we're going to play. When writers find errors, they use proofreading marks to indicate those mistakes. Proofreading marks are a standard set of marks used to show changes. Okay, so if your teacher or if you're looking in one of your typing books and it says DS, that's going to stand for double spacing, right? What about single spacing? SS. What about triple spacing? And QS? All right. So those are some common ones, and you'll find quite a bit of that in our key code textbooks. And when we start typing from the actual textbooks, you'll see that quite a bit where it says DS for double spacing and then SS for single spacing. So I printed you guys a little cheat sheet, okay? But what we're going to do is I'm going to pass this out, and y'all are going to review it with me. You're going to look at them as we go through the slides, but when it comes time to play in our game, guess what? These have to be face down. We're going to try to do it from memory, okay? All right. Back and pass it around for me. All right. Okay, so the handout that I provided you, these are some very commonly used proofreading marks. And when we get ready to take our quiz to see how much you guys learned, we will use these. The game that we're going to play here in a few minutes, we're going to be using these. Something else is when we get ready, we have another activity when we get ready to proofread a document here in a few minutes. That's also going to be, we're going to be using this set of proofreading marks. So let's look at the first one. We're going to look at the first one, and this one means it needs to be capitalized. 3 lines underneath a 3 lines underneath. See if you can find it on your sheet of paper. Okay. So look down there and it says the microphone. It's got 3 lines under it. So what does it want you to capitalize? The M on microphone. Okay. The little tent looking like thing. The cone. And that means to insert. Okay? Now it could be to insert quite a few things. If we had one that it would look like that, the insert, and it was this right here. What is that? Insert a comma. Okay, what about this one right here?
Period.
Insert a period. Might also have one that looked like this.
Question mark.
So it's telling us what we need to insert, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what about this one? The number space. So we need to insert a space. Say we are typing and we put two words together, they shouldn't go together. You may see a insert mark with the number sign, okay? And that means that we need to insert a space. Okay, anybody know what this one is? Kendall?
Paragraph.
Paragraph. We need to start a new paragraph. Okay? I'm going to skip ahead just for a second. So if we have this one, and then we might have this one right here, right next to it, what does that mean? Y'all know what that one means?
Move right, move right. Move right.
Move right, to indent it. We need to make sure that we indent our paragraph. Okay? Okay, if you see this symbol, it means let stand and ignore the correction. It may be wrong, but if they put this right here, it means just let it stand. S-T-E-T means let it stand, ignore the correction. Okay, what does this mean? Okay, what do I mean by close up? Okay, so the example that they gave in the example we gave on the worksheet was keyboarding. Is that one word or two?
One.
It's one. So you would see this right here. So it'd be keyboarding. Close it up. Okay, we already went over that one. So what's that one? Insert a comma. Okay. Move right. That's how we need to indent. I need to indent a paragraph. Okay. What does this one mean?
Align the copy.
So what does that mean?
A lot of words.
And don't.
So say you have these words. Okay. What do I mean when I do this?
They need to be in
Right. We need to move these over, correct? We want them to all line up. So that means align your copy, align your information up. Okay? What about this one? This one's kind of fun to draw. I had to draw this one quite a bit.
Just switch.
So what is that one?
Transpose.
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 Okay, so give me an example.
Like travel, if you put an LE, then you would switch it to EL.
So if you had TRAVLE, we would do this right here, wouldn't we? Correct? Let me see if I can make it look a little bit better with a different color marker. So, and that means we need to switch the letters. Switch the letters. Okay? Delete. Delete. All together, delete it. Correct? Okay. This one right here means you left out a period. I put that period in there. Move left, which that was just like the one that was move right. So if you have something, say we have a title. We had this in my last period class. 20 questions. What do I mean if I have it like this? What do I want done to that? We want it,
Leave the words apart.
nope,
Put them together.
centered. We want it centered, okay? So we moved it left, we've moved it right, we want it centered. Okay, and then LC, lowercase,
Lowercase.
and then spell out. So if you are in the middle of, if I had you write a sentence and you put, okay, what am I wanting you to do right here? I want you to
Spell out.
spell it out, correct? All right. And then, if we want to replace something, if we put and it has a line straight through it, I want you to replace it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are fixing to divide up into groups, and we're going to play a game. So y'all look real quick at your list and make sure that you know what they are, because we're fixing to play a small game. Groups of 2. Pick you a partner. Can you 2 work together? You 2 working together? You 2 are working together? You 2 work together. You 2 work together. Okay? You 2 work together. You 2 work together. And you 3. Okay? You 3 right here. Yes, back. Oh, no, not casual. Sorry. Do what?
Do you need the puppet back?
Nope. Just turn them over on your desk. And what you're going to do is hop up. Y'all are going to work together. So we are matching these. Okay? So listen to my instructions. You have words and then you have the proofreading marks. What you're going to do is you're going to match them together. You're going to work together to try to not look at your sheets and figure them out. Some of them is going to be pretty basic, and you're going to know automatically what they are, but others you're not. And you can turn them over. You're going to turn them over. You can look at all of them, and you're going to match them with the words. Cheney, hop up and help him, please. Oh, and you're just gonna match the words with the symbols. Okay? Y'all work together. Y'all can talk. Okay, put them all up here on the desk. Okay? To me, it would be easier to put them inside and then match the words and pictures. Yep. Right here. Do what? Just take words out. You all work together. We don't have a what? Take words out. Take words out. You're working together. Like the part of the challenge is getting the symbol the correct way, isn't it?
Oh, wait, we have to get this.
And also, Lowercase letters.
We're missing some.
We're missing some.
We're missing.
Lowercase letters.
That's like,
Look at that. Hey, you're
We're missing
which way do you look, maybe?
We're still. We're missing like. The left one. Well, there's this right. Which one's in the?
Remember what this one is? Remember 3 lines? I drew those words on the board. Remember I drew those words on the board if we wanted to. What did we want to do with it?
I'm thinking of
And that one spells correctly. And
Okay.
then,
3 lines go like this. Did y'all get that?
That's a good question.
Sorry, I was looking at her. Remember what that one is? What was the number sign?
Isn't that one?
What is it? Yes, space. Good job. Insert. Still done?
this will put the first one.
Oh, who was the first one?
Raise your hand.
Did you guys get them? Okay, what does this one mean? Yep, that's correct. Good job. Okay, look at this one. Okay, what about this one? Insert space. Good job. Yes, that one's spelled correctly, so this would have to be lowercase. Okay, did y'all get all of them?
I think we got an extra one. We got an extra one.
That take words, that one is wrong. Comma, a question mark, insert space. This one right here. Right here is that one. Good job. That's correct. Awesome. Way to work together. Oh, I dropped it. Got it? Spelled correctly. Let's look at it. That is correct. Add a word. That is correct. That one is correct. That one is correct. Good job. That one is spelled correctly. Remember how we circle a word? Okay. And then this one right here will be lowercase. Your uppercase will be marked through, and this one right here is to delete or take out words. You almost had it. Good job. Everybody done? Almost?
Now what do we do?
So where are we at? Okay. So this one right here. Y'all remember this one? Let it stand. Yes, sir. That's correct. Okay. Remember this one right here? What did we do all the time when we wanted to insert? Poor job, but insert. Insert space. Okay, well, let me hold on to that one. Okay, so this one right here, lowercase, that would be it. And if we're going to take out words, it would be this one. Oh, right here. This one, spelled correctly, is going to be that one. If we are going to add something, oh, right here, add a word. Sorry, my bad. Right there. I want to add something. Add a word. That one's it. Yeah, y'all got it. Good job. Y'all got it? Everybody got it? Okay. So now what I would like for you guys to do, one of you need to be the writer and the other one will need to stay in your group. But y'all are going to edit this document, okay? And then we're going to talk about it, all right? So let's edit this document together. Y'all work together. Yes, you may put those up. And if you need, you should have your sheet.
We have a sheet out?
Do what?
We have a sheet out?
Yes, you can have your sheet out, but you shouldn't have to. Okay. Here with them. Yeah, we're back together. I don't have any hours to spend. Immediately place them back in your bag, please. Spend hours cutting those out. All right, y'all work together for just a few minutes. Yes, son? Dad, do you want to use mine? Throw it at you. Oh, yeah? I know. Y'all got it? Work together. Okay.
And look,
So you're going to make the corrections. This right here goes underneath. It'll go underneath.
She was trying to make anything cake.
In the cat, dog. This dog was running away. He knocked over the recycling bin. Eddie. Oh no, that's not right.
Okay, hey, everyone listen. If you are needing to capitalize a letter, would you put the 3 lines above it or below it? Below. You will put the 3 lines below it, okay?
Well, we use some twice.
Investigation.
Right, and also if you want to spell wrong, you spell it right.
But they make it happen.
Right, and then
I don't know.
I think we can set up.
Yeah, that's right.
Banana.
Around it, and then a quotation marks. And I don't know, it's
Okay.
You'll just add, yeah, just put the ad.
Okay, y'all about ready? Just to review it? Yes?
You'll definitely use this one.
Yeah.
And you use this one quite a bit.
Okay, so let's talk about this for a few minutes.
I know we
Okay. Who wants to come up and fix the first mistake? Okay. You can fix the first mistake. Each person in the group. Okay, great. So what are we supposed to do with this one?
Capitalize.
Got to capitalize first. Okay? Who's next?
Are you not
Circle it.
supposed to circle it?
Yeah, we circle.
Circled it, sorry.
Yep. Circle. Okay.
Hey,
But he did get it.
I
So
got it right.
that word is what? What does that mean?
spelled wrong.
It was spelled
Spelled wrong, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Next.
No,
Not over here, what's my question? Good catch. I did not find that at all.
I found it first. And she stole it from me.
Did y'all notice that?
Yes.
I did not notice this at all. It should be, it's this right here. Should have been question mark. I'm gonna get some new red tape.
Wait, what
You should have to add a quotation. But it's
There should be quotations. So, this proofreading document didn't do a very good job proofreading, huh? Kendall? Okay, did y'all get that? What's going there?
Yeah.
Okay, what word are we at?
Yeah. You have to put a banana.
A banana. Okay?
Aren't you supposed to put it at the bottom?
Yeah, a lot of times if you add a word, you're gonna do this right here.
put the.
We're gonna insert an A, right? Okay. Anybody else see anything?
I see something.
Another group. I need another group.
On the same, it's on the same.
Another group. Anybody else? Here, let's use a better marker. Green for go. Pancake, a comma after pancake, okay? Anybody else see something else? Mr. Cartgill, do you want to come and do it?
I have a question first.
Okay, what's your question?
Okay, so would you, it says terminate, would that will terminate?
I think you can turn a pancake.
Okay, because then I have another.
Okay. He's changed his mind.
You gotta turn the pink.
Hold on, let's see if he's got another one. Dan Big Cat. Okay. I don't have that one on there. Did anybody else find that one?
No.
Okay, I didn't find that one. Okay. Melissa, do you have one? I got them. They're strategizing back there. Make sure they get the right one. Hold on. We've almost found them all. Okay, so we're adding quotation marks. Okay, there's one big one that y'all have not found yet.
Heidi, you got this.
Heidi, do you know what it is?
You got this, Heidi.
What are we doing? We're indenting. We're making a new paragraph right here. How many people found that one?
Banana smelled right.
Okay. Do what?
Banana smelled.
Smelt right? Smelt right? Yep. Okay. So let's, yes ma'am, you see another one?
I thought you had
Found another one? Okay, y'all help her out here. You could. Y'all see that? She wants to make a period right here and then take that out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
And when you have to capitalize the mid.
Got that, Kendall? Good job, guys. Okay. So let's review just for a few minutes. We're almost done. So when we get ready to proofread, you guys will start doing this with our business letters that we're fixing to start typing. I'll actually give you a business letter. You'll have to proofread it, make all the corrections to it. You'll do this in English class when you're doing research papers and different things. So again, using spell check, we can't trust spell check every time, correct? Correct. We have to make sure that we use spell check, use grammar check, but we also print a soft copy of it, or look at a soft copy on your screen to review it. We also need to print a hard copy and sit down and really review it. What was another thing that was really important that we need to remember? We need to switch with a partner. How can we switch with a partner? We have to have it done when? Early. Cannot procrastinate. We got to get it done early. Okay? And then also, once we get all of this back, we have to edit the document. We have to fix our mistakes. Okay, are there any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. So we will, with that review, we will have an assessment over this. So the cheat sheet that I gave you, I handed you out, you need to make sure that you study and look over that. And we're going to be close to going home here in just a few minutes, okay? All right, thank you guys.